Kodak Black's close friend, Whiz the Wizard, was brutally murdered a few years back. And now, shocking evidence is surfacing that could have Kodak facing life behind bars for allegedly setting up his own homie. When Whiz the Wizard was found shot to death outside a house in Dania Beach back in 2021, wild rumors started spinning out fast. People were saying all kinds of insane stuff, that his body had been chopped up and even that his head was missing. None of that turned out to be true, but the situation was still dark and twisted. Whiz had actually been killed somewhere else, and then his body was dumped in a front yard like someone was trying to send a brutal message. It took the cops years to piece everything together, but by 2024, they arrested a dude named HMT Trey for Wiz's murder. Now, Trey and Whiz had been beefing hard for years. Their crews, Double M and HMT's camp, were at war. But things really got deadly after Trey's mom, Misty, was murdered in March 2021. And get this, Misty wasn't even the first mom caught in the crossfire. Back in 2020, HMT's crew allegedly tried to take out Psycho Bob's mom, and both sides had been dropping bodies ever since. In September 2020, Trey's close friend Vis was gunned down in the street, and word on the block was that Psycho Bob had something to do with it. That's when Trey supposedly snapped and went after Bob's mom, nearly killing her. That move made everything explode. Double M allegedly retaliated by taking out Trey's mom, Misty, even though she had nothing to do with the street drama.
She got time I don't live that nigga. Yeah, long live.
Now police believe that Trey's homie, Liberia Sig, also played a role in Wiz's murder. And the story just keeps getting crazier. Some shocking new paperwork just dropped. And it's wild. It claims Kodak Black allegedly offered Liberia Sig a $20,000 bag to take out Whiz the Wizard. Sig's no small-time player either. He's the same dude who supposedly pulled the trigger on Psycho Bob's mom and allegedly even shot Psycho Bob himself just weeks after HMT Trey's mom got killed. Sig had a rep for being one of the top shooters in the city, and that's exactly why Kodak allegedly tapped him for the job. But it didn't stop there. Sig and his crew got slammed with a massive RICO indictment, and the cops are now trying to hit him with 3 murder charges and 8 attempted ones. He's still fighting to bond out, even though he's staring down the death penalty. And that's where the new paperwork came to light, revealing texts, connections, and shady moves that might expose the truth behind Wiz's death. On the morning Whiz was killed, Sig's homie James Samuel texted him a photo of the crime scene, showing where Wiz's body was found. Just a couple of hours later, a dude named Lil Ray sent Sig his location, and they linked up with another man, Martavia Cross. According to police, Sig helped HMT Trey move Wiz's body after Trey allegedly shot him to death. But hold up, it gets even deeper. Cell phone records show Sig had been texting a guy named Denzel about a month before Whiz was killed, saying that Kodak Black wanted to pay him $20,000 to take Whiz out. That line alone flipped the whole case upside down. Kodak, or Yak as the streets call him, and Whiz were once tight. Yak even signed Whiz to his label in 2021. But things turned ugly over money disputes. Rumors have been floating for years that Yak had something to do with Wiz's death. And right after Whiz died, Kodak dropped a track called Back for Everything, where he dissed him and shouted out the Double M gang. The streets couldn't believe it. Kodak Black dropped a line that had everyone's jaw on the floor when he said, "But I ain't talking Rick Ross Double M gang. I took that from Whiz. Rest in peace, my Nachi. But it's his fault the way he let them kill you."
You cannot go around sacrificing your whole team. The next thing you know, when you lonely, you go around and Twitter about this like you going through postpartum depression. Shut the fuck up.
That bar hit deep. It sounded like Kodak was low-key blaming Whiz for his own death. Fans went crazy. Some said he was talking straight to Wham, saying, "You did him like a lame." Then on the track Silent Hill with Kendrick Lamar, Kodak threw in another set of wild lines, like he was airing out everything he'd been holding back. He rapped, "I called a bail off a Google app. I'm the type to get my shooter whacked. I had to survive off a tuna pack. 5%, tint on the whip, like who was that?" Those lyrics had people thinking he was confessing through music, like straight up self-snitching. And he didn't stop there. On another line, Kodak said, "I wish when he said, and I hate I had fell out with Whiz. You did what you did, so I did what I did. I don't lie, but I steal and I kill." That one line had fans convinced he was talking directly about his falling out with Whiz, like he was half confessing, half mourning. When he later dropped keys to the city in 2025, people were sure he was back throwing shade again. He rapped, "Sooner rappers say it's up, I'm trying to pull up on a sprinter. I'm a gangster in a suit, and I'm always in the loop. I got shooters for my shooters, they know I'm a shooter too." Fans said that sounded like another shot at Wiz's crew. A cold reminder that Yak's reach runs deep. But the story didn't stop with the music. Kodak was also trolling online. After Wiz's death, he posted strange messages that had fans questioning his guilt and his grief. He tweeted things like, "Sitting in my room crying, feel like myself," but not everyone bought it. His own cousin, G1 Dadon, jumped in and exposed him, saying Kodak was out here snaking his own homies and then acting sad about it. And according to street rumors, Wiz wasn't the only friend who might have been set up. Another name started floating around connected to the whole situation, a dude known as 26 CJ. The drama just kept stacking higher. CJ was tight with Wiz, Yak, and even a few dudes from the other side, like HMT Trey and his crew. But according to the streets, CJ switched sides on Wiz after allegedly getting paid off by Trey's people to set him up. The betrayal hit deep, and not long after Wiz was murdered, CJ was out here flexing online, bragging about being a snake, and posting stacks of cash that spelled out King Co.
Bruh, it puts out this shot me, bruh.
People couldn't believe how bold he was acting, but things flipped fast. CJ and Kodak started having real tension, and word was CJ was about to expose something big, something Yak had been mixed up in. Before he could drop the info, though, CJ was brutally killed, and his body was set on fire. The way it went down was cold and calculated, the kind of hit that screamed revenge. After the murder, Wiz's cousin Wham Spin the Band jumped on social media and said Knock played with Wiz and got set on fire.
Let's just rap.
I had your password, yes or no? I had your password, yes or no? I had your password. I had your password.
That comment had everyone thinking CJ's death was payback for Wiz, and honestly, it made sense. If CJ really helped line Wiz up, his death could have been straight street justice. But not everybody's buying that story. Some folks think Kodak himself might have had a hand in CJ's murder, claiming CJ got silenced before he could spill the truth about what really went down with Wiz. And that's not all. Kodak's been falling out with almost all of his old homies lately. Word is, he even tried to get Jackboy taken out too. The two used to be like brothers. They came up together, and when Jackboy was locked up in juvie, he said Kodak was the only one who checked on him and sent money for his books. But once Jackboy signed under Sniper Gang, things started falling apart fast. The drama really kicked off when Kodak started throwing shots at NBA Youngboy. Jackboy had his back and joined the beef too, defending Yak at every turn. But later, Kodak tried to flip the script, saying Jackboy started everything. After that, the friendship was done. They started firing shots back and forth online. And soon after, someone actually tried to kill Jackboy. The streets were getting hotter by the day. After one of Jackboy's shows, things took a deadly turn. Jackboy and his crew were leaving in a Sprinter van when at the exact same time, another Sprinter full of innocent women rolled out from the same spot. Out of nowhere, a car full of shooters pulled up and started spraying bullets, but they hit the wrong van, killing an innocent woman instead of their real target, Jackboy. The streets went silent after that. Everyone knew the hit was meant for him. Police later arrested 13 members from a Crip set known as OTF, claiming the crew wanted to take Jackboy out to earn clout with Kodak Black. There's no hard proof that Kodak actually paid OTF for the hit, but people think Jackboy knows way more than he's saying about what really happened between Wiz and Kodak. After Wiz was killed, Jackboy posted a throwback picture of him and Wiz together writing, "Long live Whiz the Wizard. Nuss hate what they can't control." That message cut deep, and fans took it as a direct shot at Kodak. Interestingly, Yak stayed quiet for a while, not clapping back online like he usually does. But then, in October 2025, two dudes got killed in Kodak's own hood, and Jackboy jumped on social media mocking the situation. He posted that they needed to get their CDL license, basically clowning the guys for getting caught slipping. Kodak didn't respond publicly, but whispers started spreading fast. People saying he might have tried to get Jackboy hit again.
Black people, bro, we pussy as fuck, man. I love y'all from Africa too. I just hate the Africans who act like y'all better than motherfuckers and like we y'all Africans should have never sold niggas, bro. Bro, film. People, bro, why you think slavery go good, bro? I'm not mad at slavery, bro, because white people were enslaving people too.
Things got even crazier a few months later when shots rang out at Jack Boy's restaurant, Pierre, in Oakland. In May 2025, a car pulled up outside and opened fire on the spot. 2 people inside were hit but survived. And instantly, rumors exploded that Kodak sent the shooters to finish the job. Jack Boy wasn't even at the restaurant when the shooting went down, but the timing and tension made it look suspicious. Still, there's no official proof Kodak was involved, just a storm of street talk, speculation, and revenge rumors swirling around both of them. The beef between Yak and Jack Boy had turned into something way darker than music. By August 2025, the streets got even bloodier. Wiz's cousin Wham Spin the Band was shot and killed, and now people are whispering that Kodak Black might have had something to do with it too. Wham had been spiraling ever since Wiz was murdered. Back in 2024, he even got shot by a woman and later posted about it on Instagram, showing he wasn't afraid to speak on what happened. But that was just a warning shot compared to what came next. In August 2025, Wham reportedly got into a heated argument with someone he knew. Then witnesses said they heard 10 gunshots rip through the air. By the time cops pulled up, Wham was already gone. No suspects, no arrests, just a body and a lot of unanswered questions. The news hit hard, especially since Wham and Kodak had already fallen out after Wiz's death. Before he died, Wham even dropped a track where he allegedly called out Kodak for paying for hits. He rapped, "These ends be paying for killings on, bro. You nucks ain't slim. I'ma kill all you nucks. Put it on Wiz. I'ma hit about 9. Those lyrics had people thinking he knew way too much, maybe even enough to make him a target. At first, fans thought some ops finally caught Wham lacking. He had been putting in serious work in the streets, especially after his little cousin Jib was murdered. Jib, who was Wiz's brother, wasn't even active in the street scene like that, but he was allegedly killed by HMT Trey's crew years back. That tragic moment is what supposedly kicked off the entire deadly beef between the camps. After Jib's death, both Wiz and Wham went all in on Retaliation. On his track, KTB Wham rap, "Pac better not try to run. Yeah, I'll take off that boy's back. Lil Jib got put in dirt. I caught me 3. You know that's facts." Those bars were cold. He was basically saying he got revenge. Even though Wham had plenty of enemies, detectives think the person who killed him wasn't an OP at all. It might have been someone close to him. No one's been arrested yet, but police say they don't believe HMT's crew had anything to do with it this time. The betrayal behind Wham's death just made the story even darker. And that's exactly why so many people are saying Kodak Black's name is all over this situation. The streets are buzzing, and now rumors are flying that the feds are cooking up a major indictment against Yak, like they're trying to take him down for good. Word is, he's been spiraling lately, heavy into drugs, picking new fights, and even sparking a fresh beef with NBA YoungBoy again. Some folks think he's only acting out because he knows the cops are closing in. Yak's music career ain't looking the same either. He used to dominate the charts every time he dropped, but in 2025, his new album barely moved 12,000 copies in its first week. That's a huge drop for someone who used to run the game. These days, he's trending more for chaos than hits. Remember when he went viral for defending slavery? The backlash was insane, and fans said that was the final straw. But all that online drama is nothing compared to what might be coming next. Word in the streets, and from a few industry insiders, says the cops already got informants inside the Liberia SIG case, and they're ready to start talking. If investigators manage to prove that Kodak really put a bag on Wiz's head, it could be game over for him. This whole story is getting darker by the day, and we're just seeing the surface. What do you think really went down between Kodak Black, Whiz the Wizard, and Double M? Was Yak calling shots behind the scenes, or is he just caught up in the mess? Drop your thoughts below. Like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next wild update in this ongoing saga.